Picture this. You're delivering pizzas at night, studying networking during the day, and somehow managing to build one of the most impressive cloud engineering careers in Australia. Today, we're diving deep into the remarkable journey of Robert Joodat, exploring how he transformed from a Domino's delivery driver into a cloud systems engineer at Yardi, and what his path reveals about building a tech career in the modern era. By the end of this episode, you'll understand the strategic moves that accelerate technical careers and how to build expertise while working full-time. Let me hand this over to someone who's been tracking these kinds of career transformations in the tech industry.
Robert Joodat's story is fascinating because it breaks every conventional rule about tech careers. Most people think you need to choose between stability and growth. But Joodat worked at Domino's Pizza from 2010 to 2017, 7 full years, while simultaneously building his technical expertise.
7 years? That's not just a side job, that's a commitment. What was he doing during that time?
He was essentially running parallel careers. While working as a delivery expert and shift manager at Domino's, he was also doing freelance technical support and surveillance system installations from 2009 to 2017. Plus, he was pursuing his education, completing 2 diplomas in information technology at TAFE Ness Isles between 2012 and 2014.
So he was working, studying, and freelancing all at the same time?
Exactly. And this wasn't random, it was strategic. His freelance work in technical support and surveillance systems was directly building the skills he'd need for his future roles. He was getting hands-on experience while his formal education provided the theoretical foundation.
That's incredible time management. When did he make the full transition into tech?
His first formal tech role was with Jav IT Group in 2015 as a part-time technical support specialist. But here's what's interesting. He didn't immediately quit Domino's. He kept both jobs running until 2017, which shows he understood the importance of financial stability during career transitions.
Smart move. What was his educational path like during all this?
He completed his Diploma of Information Technology Support and Diploma of Information Technology Networking at TAFE Ness Isles in 2013 and 2014. Then he pursued his Bachelor of Science in Information Technology with a major in Network Security at the University of Technology Sydney from 2014 to 2017.
Network security, that's pretty specialized for an undergraduate degree.
Absolutely, and it shows he was already thinking strategically about where the industry was heading. Cybersecurity was becoming critical, and he positioned himself right in that space. He even got his Certified Ethical Hacker certification in 2016, while still completing his bachelor's degree.
So he was ahead of the curve on cybersecurity. What happened after graduation?
This is where his career really accelerated. In 2017, he landed a role as IT infrastructure support engineer at Busways Group, supporting over 1,400 users across 17 branch offices. That's enterprise-level responsibility right out of university.
1,400 users? That's massive scale for someone just starting their formal tech career.
Right, and his responsibilities were comprehensive Active Directory environments, root cause analysis, infrastructure recommendations, performance monitoring. He was essentially doing the work of a senior engineer. His resume shows he was managing everything from Sophos UTM systems to Hyper-V virtualization.
What's interesting is how quickly he moved up. What came next?
In 2018, he moved to Empower MSL as an application support specialist, focusing on POS systems and Microsoft server environments in Azure and AWS. This was his first real exposure to cloud platforms, which would become central to his career.
So he was getting cloud experience early. That timing seems perfect.
Exactly. Then, in 2019, he joined eNerds as an ICT support engineer and quickly got promoted to Level 3, which meant he was managing and mentoring Level 1 and 2 support teams. He was providing support to over 150 businesses across Australia.
Level 3 support, that's senior technical troubleshooting, right?
Yes, and leadership responsibilities too. He was overseeing APAC IT operations, which means he was working across time zones and managing complex technical escalations. His role included VMware, Hyper-V, Citrix, Azure, and AWS environments.
That's a lot of different platforms to master. How long was he at eNerds?
2 years, from 2019 to 2021. And during this time, he was also working with WebDance as a solution architect and CMS web developer from 2016 to 2019. Again, he was running parallel roles to maximize his learning and income.
Wait, he was doing web development alongside his infrastructure work?
Yes, and this is crucial to understanding his approach. He wasn't just specializing in one area, he was building a comprehensive understanding of how different technologies work together. Web development gave him insight into application needs, while infrastructure work taught him about scalability and performance.
That's a really holistic approach. What's his current role?
Since 2021, he's been at Yardi Systems as a cloud system engineer, working on private cloud infrastructure engineering. Yardi is a major player in property management software, so he's working at enterprise scale with mission-critical systems.
And his LinkedIn shows he's based in Sydney with over 6,000 followers. That's significant professional recognition.
Absolutely. And what's really impressive is his continuous learning. His resume shows certifications in AWS Solution Architect, Microsoft 365 Security Administrator, VCP DCV, and he's working toward GCP East certification in 2025.
So he's staying current across all major cloud platforms, AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud.
Exactly, and his skill percentages are remarkable. He rates himself at 99% in vSphere, 98% in VMware NSX, 98% in Microsoft 365 administration, and 95% in incident response and cybersecurity operations.
Those are some bold self-assessments, but given his track record, they seem justified.
What I find most interesting is that he also rates himself at 99% in soft skills like effective time management, positive attitude, and receptiveness to feedback. He understands that technical skills alone don't make a successful career.
That's a mature perspective. And I noticed he has a podcast about cyber warfare.
Yes, he co-hosts a podcast called World War III, The Cyber Warfare with Sam Sami. This shows he's thinking beyond just technical implementation to broader security implications and sharing knowledge with the community.
So he's become a thought leader in the space. What about the Joodat Legacy International document?
That's intriguing. It suggests he's thinking about his long-term impact and possibly building something beyond just his individual career. The document mentions the Joodat Familia Legacy, which could indicate family business or knowledge transfer initiatives.
Interesting. So what can we learn from his career progression?
First, the power of parallel career building. He never put all his eggs in one basket. He maintained multiple income streams while building skills. Second, strategic education timing. He got certifications and degrees that aligned with industry trends.
And he seemed to understand the importance of both breadth and depth.
Exactly. He built broad technical knowledge across networking, security, cloud platforms, and web development, but then specialized deeply in cloud infrastructure and cybersecurity. That combination makes him incredibly valuable.
What about his approach to continuous learning?
He's constantly updating his certifications. From his Microsoft MTA in 2013 to planning GCP AS for 2025, he's maintained a 12-year streak of formal learning. That's how you stay relevant in tech.
And the networking aspect, 6,000 LinkedIn followers suggests he's built strong professional relationships.
Professional networking is often overlooked in tech careers, but it's crucial. His LinkedIn presence and podcast work show he understands that sharing knowledge and building relationships accelerates career growth.
What's his current trajectory looking like?
Based on his progression, he's positioned for senior cloud architecture or cybersecurity leadership roles. His combination of hands-on technical skills, team leadership experience, and strategic thinking makes him ideal for CTO or CISO positions.
So from pizza delivery to potential C-suite, that's quite a journey.
And what makes it remarkable is that it wasn't luck or connections. It was systematic skill building, strategic career moves, and relentless continuous learning. He created his own opportunities.
What would you say is the biggest lesson from his story?
That career transformation is possible with the right strategy. You don't need to quit everything and go back to school. You can build skills incrementally while maintaining financial stability, but you have to be intentional about it.
And the importance of timing, getting into cloud and cybersecurity early.
Absolutely. He anticipated industry trends and positioned himself accordingly. That's the difference between reactive and proactive career management.
So when you step back from Robert Joodat's entire journey, what really stands out is the methodical way he built expertise while managing risk. He never made dramatic career leaps. Instead, he created overlapping opportunities that allowed him to transition safely from service work to technical leadership.
Exactly. And his story shows that the most successful tech careers aren't just about technical mastery. They're about understanding business needs, building relationships, and continuously adapting to industry changes. His progression from help desk support to cloud engineering demonstrates how strategic thinking can accelerate career growth.
What's particularly inspiring is that he's now sharing his knowledge through podcasting and building what appears to be a lasting legacy. He's gone from learning the industry to helping shape it.
That's the mark of true professional maturity, when you transition from consuming knowledge to creating and sharing it. His cyber warfare podcast and professional presence show he's thinking beyond just his individual success.
For anyone listening who's considering a career change or trying to advance in tech, Robert Joodat's path offers a practical blueprint. Start where you are, build skills systematically, maintain financial stability, and never stop learning. Most importantly, remember that delivering pizzas doesn't disqualify you from becoming a cloud engineer. It might just teach you the work ethic and customer service skills that set you apart.
And with that insight, we've covered the remarkable journey of someone who turns strategic thinking and relentless learning into a thriving tech career. Thanks for joining us on Copilot Podcasts.
The next time you see someone working multiple jobs while studying, remember Robert Joodat's story. They might just be building the foundation for something extraordinary.